This podcast is brought to you by Sci-Fi, the world leader in psychology fitness training. Sci-Fi is scientifically proven to help you optimize your physical, mental, and emotional performance through functional training of your brain, body, and breath. For the first time, have your own clinical psychologist, personal trainer, life coach, breathwork teacher, and mediation instructor all in one. Instead of having to wait months or even years for results, you get them in 75 minutes or less. That's the Sci-Fi difference. Rewire your brain, retrain your body, and refocus your breath. Learn more at psyfi.nyc.
It's been said, you, me, or nobody is going to hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit to keep moving forward. That's what Life's Tough, Boxers Are Tougher is all about. I'm your host, Matthew Pomara, and we explore a mountainous challenge that someone in the boxing industry has had to face. He's welcome in the guest corner. He comes to us from Boston, Massachusetts, by way of Clones in County Monaghan, Ireland. He comes with an impressive record of 35 wins against only 10 defeats, with 29 big wins by knockout. Please welcome to the podcast the former All-Ireland heavyweight champion of the world, the Clones Colossus, Kevin McBride. How are you, Colossus?
How you doing?
Good, pal. Thanks for joining us. What are you up to these days?
6'6". How many? I work with Brendan Horty. He's a tree guy and snow plowing for the winter. So, and I got a lovely wife and two beautiful kids, and just being a dad,
Oh, that's great. That's great. Now, where are you in Massachusetts? Are you in Boston? Or are you right outside?
Yeah, Boston, Massachusetts, Dorchester.
Oh, wow. Okay. Dorchester. That's cool. That's a tough town, too, by the way. That fits your personality, I think.
Yeah, I'm not that tough.
Hey, man, the record speaks for itself. And I shared this for anybody who knows me. I when I fought in the Long Island Fight for Charity, I had borrowed, quite frankly, without his permission, but I did borrow the Colossus nickname. So this is where I actually got the Colossus nickname from, the Clones Colossus. And I was the core Colossus. So I appreciate you lending me the nickname.
You can have the name. That's okay. We'll talk about our price later. I'm only kidding.
Well, again, we really appreciate your time here. 35 big wins. Obviously, I'm sure a day doesn't go by that somebody doesn't ask you about conquering Mike Tyson in his final fight. I know you almost got back in the ring recently, right? You were going to fight Evander Holyfield. Did I read that right? That's
right. I was starting to get back in shape to train, to fight Evander Holyfield, and it didn't happen, but it was nice to get back in the picture, Like Evander says, if Mike Tyson won't fight me, why not fight the man to beat Mike Tyson as well? And that was me. So, Peter Walsh, I was down in Peter Walsh's gym, a local gym down here. Peter Walsh is a great trainer, and he was training me, and I was looking forward to it. And thanks to Dropkick Murphys, like one day he called me up, and Ken Casey called me up, and he says, Kevin, would you like to fight Evander Holyfield or do an exhibition? I said, Jesus, I'd love that. He says, are you in good shape? I says, in good shape for the shape I'm in, Came by and, I did a bit of shadow boxing, and sure enough, Holyfield's people but to see, I'm not the fastest man in the world, but, I'd come to fight, and, I love boxing, and it would have been nice to fight another legend like Evander Holyfield,
Well, you never know, and there's always that. I know that there's boxing is. I see guys still going, and I know you're in the late 40s. I do see guys still going at it, so you never know. We want you to stay safe. That's the most important thing at this point, and especially with a beautiful family.
Yeah, well, my last fight, I didn't go so well. I got knocked out by that guy Wack, but
Mariusz Wach, right?
Yeah, one punch changed the chapter in anybody's story, and he did knock me out fair and square. But what do you call it? Boxing's tough, you know what I mean? And his punch was knocking me out, and my punch was knocking out, or beating Mike Tyson. That's my story, and boxing. Even though I got knocked out, it doesn't matter. I still love it that much, because it's in your blood, it's in your adrenaline, in your blood. And I would have still going, kept going. But I have two beautiful kids and a lovely wife, so I just, want to be around, be safe for them,
Absolutely want to be safe and make sure that's. Look, I don't know this for a fact. I'll go back and I'll do some research for you. You versus Wach, that has to be probably a matchup of the biggest people to ever fight each other. I'm going to say it without even going back, without looking, definitely going to be, that's got to be in the top 5. You guys are both behemoths. I met Wach. I saw him at a press conference, and he was like watching a dinosaur. So,
listen, boxing one punch, and that's it. I know that he fought Klitschko. Klitschko hit him with everything. He had to get him, checked out. He says, geez, this kid's, still standing after 12 rounds. He's a tough kid, so that's good, It's good for him. But boxing, I fought a guy years and years ago, a guy called Stanley Wright. I think he was like 6'10",
Yeah. Yeah, that's got to be one of the big ones, like biggest matchups. Yeah, I'll look him up. I'll look right up. There's there's been some behemoths, right? That Valuev, he was a big guy. I would love to have seen you fight him. And I'm confident you would have taken him out. Just on the side note.
No, listen, in boxing, it is one punch. I have the punch I guess I have 29 knockouts, so I must have some power, so. And I've trained and was focused, I could hurt anybody. But, as a kid growing up, I idolized Mike Tyson, you know what I mean? And, Muhammad Ali. And just to get to meet Mike Tyson and box him and beat him and meet Muhammad Ali the same night was like, it was like a dream come true for me, as far as boxing is concerned.
That's got to be one of your top 5s, I would imagine.
Oh,
that's a great day. I don't think a lot of people could say there's a better day than that.
No, people asked me, a reporter asked me after the fight when I fought Tyson, what was going through your head before the bell went, and I says, honestly, you just imagine you're in a ring and there's 20,000 people, Muhammad Ali's in the audience, and I said, what was going through my head before the bell went? I said, what the hell did I get myself into? Because Tyson he is a legend, and he is unbelievable. He has unbelievable power. Hardest hitting heavyweight that ever hit me. I know that. But I know I got knocked out, but that doesn't mean that they hit hard. It was just on the night, That's the way it is,
the name of the show, right, is Life's Tough. Boxers Are Tougher. And again, get to conquer Mike Tyson. That already proves you're tough. But tell us why you're tougher than life.
I'm not really. I don't say I'm tough in life. To beat Mike Tyson, everybody thinks like Mike Tyson one of the toughest heavyweights ever, and to beat him was like a great satisfaction, to beat him. But to be honest with you, I beat the drink, alcohol, it's a lot tougher than Mike Tyson. So I'm doing good this time, one day at a time, and I'm sober, and I'm just being there for the kids and the wife, and living life and loving life, so it's one day at a time, stay away from the drink. So it's good.
If you don't mind, share with us. I know it's a struggle, and again, I know it's a daily struggle. Tell us about how you came to that point where you decided that you had to quit the drink.
Oh, well, I was fond of the drink. One drink's too much and two's not enough. It's the same. I wasn't drinking to socialize. I just love drinking and alcohol, and I love the buzz. It's a good feeling. But boxing was a better feeling. In the ring is like it's different feeling. You knock somebody out, you know, and but drinking it catches up in you, you know. And I didn't want to miss out on the kids' life, and you know, and my wife either. You know, my wife's a saint, you know, still with her and love her, and she's a nurse, and you know, like it's one day at a time. That's what they say, you know, in the drinking business, but. Who knows? I might drink tomorrow, but I'm not going to drink today.
Hey, man, that's all you got to. That's all you got to commit to, right? Don't drink today.
Yeah. No,
how did it affect your career?
Jesus, I'm sure it affected me. You know, like you know, I'm not sure, but if I didn't drink, it could have been far better. Who knows? You know, nobody knows. You know, I'm not going to blame the drink for my career. You know. I drank and I love drinking and I love fighting. So, you know, I just stay off the drink, you know, and go fight and just go drink. So it's kind of like crazy, but sober today and that's all I know.
That's great. I mean, listen, that's admirable. And the fact that you got control of it and, look, again, it is one day at a time. It's a daily struggle, but you're able to.
Like I said, you know, my motto was I beat the most feared man in the world in the ring, boxing, and that was Mike Tyson to me. But something this small knocked the bejesus out of me, and you know, if I don't pick up that first drink, I can't get drunk. And to drink is to die. That's what I say to myself, you know. So and you know, I get to see live with the kids, and you know, what do you call it? Watch them grow up and be a good dad and be a good husband, I think. So I just do my best, you know, as far as living one day at a time and work and loving life, you know.
The how long have you been sober?
This time like about 7.5 years, 8 years, you know. Before that I had 4 or 5.
It's terrific.
You know, a bit slip up, you know, but you know, like it's just I know I ain't gonna win against the drink. You know, the drink's the KO punch. You know, that will knock out anybody. It don't matter how big or strong you are. You know, in life. You know, it's just as long as you stay sober, you have a chance. You know, living life to the fullest, and I don't regret. You know, everything. You know, what I mean, I lived a good life. You know, great mom and dad and brothers and sisters, but. Well, I like a drink, and I don't know why. That's why they probably call people alcoholics, because they like drink more than another person. Like some people can go in and have one drink and leave a half a drink there. When I go in and have one, I just want more.
Yeah. I mean, listen, and you know, how much of your culture do you think that is part of it? Because I know that's definitely. You know, I'm of Irish descent, and I know that's kind of almost a badge of honor. How much is that your culture part of that, especially growing up in Clones?
No, I don't think it's, you know, it doesn't matter. You're Irish, Russian, German. It doesn't really matter if you like a drink. Drink's a drinker. You're from New York, you know. It's an individual person, you know. You pick up a drink, and some people like pick it up and leave it. Some people pick it up and love it, you know what I mean? So it's just kind of, I don't know, it is what it is, you know.
Hey man, I admire the fact that you're brave enough to take that on, and I think it definitely speaks volumes. Hey, how tough was it growing up in Clones, especially because you were there, you know, during some of the troubles as well?
No, it's just Clones is a good time, and morning's a good time, you know. So it wasn't that tough, you know. It's just from the country, you know, and Ireland's a great country.
I love Ireland. Well, one of my, I'm headed out town in the next couple of days. But if you could tell me I'd go to Ireland tomorrow, I'd jump on a plane and go to Ireland tomorrow. I absolutely love Ireland. One of my favorite places in the world.
A lot of world class fighter boxers are coming from Ireland, and even Monaghan, the likes of Brian McGuigan, he came from Clones.
He came from your town.
Yeah, and there's the McKenna brothers there, Aaron and Stevie McKenna there making waves in the world. You know, Aaron won the WBCU title there, world title. So it's great. It's good for them lads, you know, and keep the good name of boxing alive in Ireland. And Stevie Collins is a brilliant fighter, and there's lots of good fighters in Ireland. You know, the Irish are tough.
Yeah. Hey man, I have a shirt, and it says it's a shirt with an Irish, and it says, "Hey, we don't always win, but we do always fight." So
yeah, definitely. You know, the Irish are known for fighting. So anybody that gets in the ring is the toughest sport out there, I think. You know, because once you're in the ring, you know, it's you against the guy in front of you. So, and there's a lot of love in boxing because, you know, afterwards, you know, shake hands or whatever and go on to the next. It's one day at a time, you know. Boxing.
Yeah, you get a connection, right? You get a connection with the person you share the ring with. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. Even if he knocks you out, it doesn't make any difference. Still, you know, you got to respect the man that knocks you out or you beat him, you know, and just make sure he's okay. You hope he's okay, you know, but you just keep carrying on, you know. I actually met Mike Tyson a few months ago. He was in Boston here. He was at the mall there signing autographs, and asked me, son, do you want to go and meet Tyson? And he said, oh, yeah, I go meet him. So we went out and met him, and we got a nice picture with my son, you know. So he was happy to meet him, you know, shake his hand.
Yeah. That's got to be pretty cool when your dad beats Mike Tyson.
Yeah, like
there's only 5 other guys that could say that, so that's pretty impressive.
Tyson, he is a legend, you know, and I know he was near the end as far as boxing. People say he was all done when I fought him, but the last thing that leaves you is your power. And you know, George Foreman proved that when he hit Michael Moore, knocked Michael Moore out. You know, so you have power. You have power to the end of. Even when you're 60, I say he'd be still dangerous. You know, he still knock you out, Mike Tyson. So it's just in you or not, you know. And I thank God, like I had had a good career boxing. You know, as far as sure enough, I'd love to be world champion, but you know, when I beat Mike Tyson, I felt like I was world champion because I beat the most feared man in the world. And to me, growing up, I idolized him. To meet him even and to beat him and meet Muhammad Ali, and people don't realize, you know, that was like a dream for me as a kid growing up. I'd love to meet Muhammad Ali, and I got to meet him because his daughter fought in the undercard, and I gave Muhammad Ali a hug and I shook his hand. I said, Jesus, this is the greatest night of my life as far as boxing concerned. I said, I'm after meeting a legend. I'm beating the legend, now meeting the greatest of all time. And Muhammad Ali threw a few punches at me. Even though he was shaking, I could still feel the wind of the punches coming in my face. And he goes, I'm the greatest. You're the latest. You know, money can't buy them words, you know. And it's just like a dream, you know.
Yeah.
Still a dream, you know. I know it's like, what, it must be 2005, so that's what, 17 years ago now. Soon coming up 17 years. Time goes quick, you know. But now I'm just living life, enjoying life, working with Brendan Horty, working away, and he keeps me busy and do the snow plowing and the tree work in the summertime. And
do you climb the trees?
Yeah, I cut trees. My job is I pick things up and put things down.
Do you actually climb at all?
No, I'd usually sometimes he lets me up. I use the bucket truck he has and I go up
good.
But climbing, you'd have to be a fit young man to do that kind of stuff. You
know? I would have been. I don't know if you know Joe Smith Jr., the WBO light heavyweight champ. He's a tree guy. His family is tree guys. They actually do work with us, so they work here sometimes. They're great, and that's tough. That's the hard work, man. So I think it's fair to say that you proved that you're tougher than life, and we're grateful that you gave us some time today. We're the Fast Five. I'm going to ask you 5 questions, and you give us 5 answers. All right. So the first one I got to ask, and this I got this secondhand. So this is I know we talked about Tyson a lot, and I wanted to try to steer away from that, but I got to ask one more Tyson question. Did Mike Tyson actually try to bite your nipple?
Yes, she did. It was the most cruciating pain I ever had. The boxing ring, and I can still visual it. Like I remember, like trying to break my arm and what do you call it? He tried to bite my nipple because I remember pulling away from my nipple and slipping away from the bottom of his, from his mouthpiece. I'm like, oh Jesus, thank God,
Holy shit!
That
alone makes you the toughest guy I know.
No,
So
I would be knowing the Irishman with the one nipple. Crazy.
All right. What's your favorite boxing movie?
I like that movie. What's the name of it? James Braddock's movie.
Cinderella Man.
Yeah, it was. I actually, believe it or not, 3 days before the fight, or a couple of days before the fight, I went and watched it in the movies. And it felt good. You think it was like living the dream.
That's awesome, and that's you're the first of all of our guests. You're the first to say Cinderella Man, so that's good. You're on the board. What's your favorite food cooked by a family member?
Oh, I love the wife. She cooks nice, like chicken chili and broccoli, or it's like mashed potatoes. It's good.
Nice. All right, that's good. That's good. You're a smart man too. To answer your wife. If you could fight anyone in history, who would you fight?
If I could fight anybody in history, I would have loved to fight Rocky Marciano.
Massachusetts. I like that. Man, you would have been a foot taller than him and about 100 pounds bigger.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, last one. Tell us a clean joke.
Tell you a clean joke?
Tell us a clean joke.
A clean joke, let me see. Think of one. What's up the sky?
Yeah, that's clean. All right, we're going to do a bonus question on the Fast Five. Bonus question: what's your favorite Irish song?
My favorite Irish song is I got a few, but let me see, a favorite Irish song. Thinking of a song. I like you too. I like you too.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not sure.
Okay, so anything by you too. All right, I was going to try to make you sing a couple of bars, but I think we could spare you that.
Yeah, the lights are on and nobody's home up there. No, very good.
Well, Clones Colossus, I can't thank you enough. This meant the world to me. This is definitely one of my heroes, and I really appreciate you jumping on with us, and you did a great job, which I knew was going to happen.
No, I appreciate it. Keep up the good work and talking to boxers, and life's tough. Boxers are tougher, but it's one day at a time, and keep following the sport of boxing because it's a dream, to be a champion of the world or anything in life. Just stay positive and love life and do your best. All you can do is do your best.
I don't think I could say it better than that. Thanks so much It's great to have you.
All right. God bless.
Thanks, buddy. That's going to be the final bell for today's podcast. If you like what you hear, give us a like and hit the subscribe button with your best power punch. You can check us out at Apple, Spotify, Stitcher, and anywhere you can find quality podcasts. We hope our stories inspire you to fight on. We thank you for listening, and remember, life's tough, boxers are tougher. Have a great week, everyone.